In this video, we will have a quick look at the inside and the perils of getting into your apartment. Okay, you survived Ariel's aggression at the mailbox, and by the way, his head is 12 to 14 inches from the camera. That puts his shoulder only a couple of inches from my chest. Now, you're greeted by Ariel's dog. You check the floor for pee, although Ariel already told you that his dog does not pee, and he keeps a very close eye on him and knows the dog's every move. But you still don't want to slip on the tile floor and hurt yourself by landing on your backside. Now you enter the elevator only to fall flat on your face and hurt yourself because the elevator does not line up with the floor. I've seen worse, but I don't have pictures of those moments. Then you notice this elevator does not have a valid operating license, at least not in the past 4 years that I've noticed. You wipe your bloody nose and pick up your teeth, take the elevator to your floor, only to trip over Ariel's cleaning equipment. So you pick up the rest of your teeth and bleed on the floor since you ran out of Kleenexes, but now Ariel will actually have a reason to use the equipment, or does he? You work your way down the hall only to be constantly reminded of the quality of air and harmful gases the landlord provides for you and your children's enjoyment. These vents never had filters, as you can see, and they are self-cleaning. Yes, every now and then, when the filth in the vents becomes too much, it ejects it at you, as you can see in these photos, taken August 2011, and left there for 3 days as a reminder that Ariel is too busy and has no time to even clean the floor. And as you can see here, the filth from the vents is allowed to accumulate on the walls and baseboards for many years and not clean, as a reminder of the harmful gases you breathe. In the summer months, this hall becomes a super sauna for as many years as I can remember. Yes, the dryer vents get plugged and it forces the air into the hall. In August 2011, I had some kids stay with me, and the 8-year-old is asthmatic. I noticed her breathing becoming difficult every time we entered the hall to get to the apartment. So I started to close the laundry room door and noticed a slight improvement. Now, I wasn't the only tenant that would close this door, and several tenants refuse to use this equipment, so they take their laundry elsewhere. August 20, 2011, as the kids were heading home, Ariel was in the hall and got into my face about closing the door because a new tenant is complaining about her laundry not drying. I tried to explain to Ariel about the 8-year-old's asthma problems. Ariel showed absolutely no compassion or concern. He was all over me about the wet laundry and to keep the laundry room door open. Ariel quickly got a heavier gauge wire to keep the laundry room door open, and when someone else cut that, he used a rope and wire combination to keep it open again. This happens every time a tenant tries to keep the door closed. And notice, he always ties it to the end of a water pipe, so if you pull on the door, we could have another leak. Smart move, Ariel. So how do you answer an 8-year-old when she says, "Does this man not like kids?" I told Ariel that he has 3 days to do something about it before I take action. I gave him 5 days, and he still did nothing. Now, I'm sure that is because it would not conform with McDane's, Andy Catrona's harassment policies for some tenants. And I'll add that admission to the end for you to hear again. I called Coinomatic to deal with this and had full intentions of getting this equipment removed for health reasons. What, you need more proof? Okay, here's a reference number and the date. You can follow up on your own. This is May 2012. Already tenants using their mops to keep the exit door open so the steam can vent out. This steam causes damage to tenants' apartments, such as mold, fungus, mildew, and structural damages, as well as the toxic gases. This apartment butts against the laundry room, and they have a work order to fix these issues submitted about 9 months ago, and to date, nothing has been done about it. As for my unit, that's another video I'll work on next. Moving right along, we get to apartment 107. Now, this tenant woke up one day to find their apartment flooding because a water pipe broke in the bathroom. He told Ariel, and Ariel gave him the most intelligent answer he could think of, which is, "So, what do you want me to do about it?" Yes, viewers, for the next 2+ hours, there were about a half a dozen of McDane's workers and several tenants standing outside watching the waterfall. You may say that's a waste of money spent on labor, but what you don't know is that this apartment is over the electrical room. It may be laborers, but they do have more sense than Ariel demonstrated. Continuing down the hall, you notice wall damage that's been there for about a couple of years, and the tenants on the other side does have water dripping from the ceiling equally as long, causing them damage. And let's not forget about the health issues, and there are children exposed to this as well. The fire alarm sounds, so you grab your family and you run to the nearest exits. Now remember, this door was recently converted to exit only. So you race down the stairs with your family close behind, only to find out that the door does not open. You noticed it first in November of 2011, again in December and January of 2012, February as you tried to exit, March, April, and even in May. No way. Again, here's what, May 23. This should have given you a very good idea of how McDane Investments cares for the rental property and your health and safety and comfort as a tenant. In part 2, I will take you inside one of the apartments. Yes, keep an eye open for that one. Now, let's hear Ariel tell us again that Andy Catrona instructs and supports him harassing tenants.
With you constantly harassing the tenants, myself personally, okay, Andy sits there and does nothing but say okay?
Yeah, you know,
Does he say okay or not?
Yeah, actually he does, yeah.